Hi there, I'm John from CNCROI.com, and today we make a custom rubber stamp for the Trodat 5212 self-inking stamp. I make a lot of custom rubber stamps for customers all across North America, and in this case here, the Bahamas. And generally I don't do videos about them because they're customers and it's a traditional stamp, which means that it's an address, a phone number, that kind of stuff. But this one is a little bit special and I want to do a video about it, and I asked the customer and said, yeah, no problem. And the reason is, you can see all this very fine text. There we go, now that it's in focus. And it just shows you the power of our custom rubber stamps. So you're not stuck having stamps made, using the Helvetica or Arial font with us. You can literally have absolutely anything on that stamp. And the resolution that we make our stamps at here is overkill, but we make them at over 1000 dpi. A typical laser printer at home when you're printing black and white paper is generally around 600. So we're even way above that. And the reason why I go above that, even though I don't really need to, is because I like to have all the clarity. And especially for self-inking stamps, where you have where you're making basically an ink impression onto paper, I like having that extra resolution. It just gives a little bit more depth to the stamp, and also gives it a lot more clarity. I could do a stamp at 125 dpi and it'll look pixelated, but there's something about going very high resolution when making custom rubber stamps that really makes them stand out, and it doesn't affect the durability or anything like that. It just really makes them look special. So what we do now, we took a look at our Trodat 400 Flex, making a custom rubber stamp for the Trodat 5212 self-inking stamp. I often joke with people that they know that I did a stamp because for some reason, doesn't matter what kind of stamp I make, whether it's a self-inking one like this or a completely custom stamp that goes on a drum, whenever I do testing, I always get that ink all over my hands. And that is the nice thing about having a self-inking stamp, because you never touch the ink pad. All you're doing is pressing down and up. That's it. So this is a problem that I always have because I'm actually producing the stamp in production and I got to test things out. But for you at your end, a self-inking stamp means that you will not have this issue with your hands. If you're looking for a custom self-inking stamp, we are an official distributor for Trodat, which is the biggest rubber stamp manufacturer in the world. Additionally, they're the ones who designed and manufactured my machine through Trodat Laser. So we have the ultimate setup here. We have the best laser machine for making stamps. We have the best rubber for rubber stamps. And we have access to the full line of Trodat self-inking stamps and normal stamps and embossers and a whole bunch of other stuff. So if you're looking for a custom rubber stamp, contact me at CNCROI.com.